Bronx personal injury attorney Glenn Herman discusses common traffic accident injuries involving pedestrians. Bronx personal injury attorney Glenn A. Herman explains in 2020, more than 7,000 pedestrians were killed by cars and other vehicles across the United States, according to the CDC, with an additional 104,000 non-fatal pedestrian emergency room visits. Many of the injuries sustained by those that are not killed can be quite serious, requiring extensive medical treatment and rehabilitation. In this article, personal injury attorneys Glenn and Robin Herman explain the injuries caused to pedestrians in traffic accidents and how to seek compensation for them. Causes of pedestrian accidents in New York City. Pedestrian accidents may involve a pedestrian and one more vehicles, which can include cars, trucks, buses, bicycles, e-bikes, e-scooters, or motorcycles. While these accidents most frequently occur at intersections and crosswalks, they may also happen in parking lots and parking garages or even on the sidewalk if a vehicle loses control. There are many factors that can contribute to a pedestrian accident. Some of the most common include speeding and aggressive driving. Drivers who are speeding or driving aggressively are more likely to hit pedestrians, especially if they are not paying attention to the road. Distracted driving. Distracted drivers are also a danger to pedestrians. When drivers are not paying attention to the road, they are more likely to hit pedestrians. Crossing the street without using a crosswalk. Pedestrians who try to cross the street outside of a crosswalk or in an unmarked crosswalk are at a greater risk of being hit by a car. Intoxication. According to the CDC, alcohol was involved for the driver and or pedestrian in nearly half, 46%, of crashes that resulted in a pedestrian death in 2019. 13% of these deaths involved a driver with a blood alcohol concentration over the legal limit of 0.08 grams/dl, while 32% involved a pedestrian with a BAC over the legal limit. Common injuries in pedestrian accidents. The injuries that pedestrians sustain in accidents can vary depending on the severity of the accident. Some of the most common injuries include head injuries. Head injuries are some of the most serious injuries that a pedestrian can sustain in an accident. They can range from concussions to traumatic brain injuries, and often require extensive medical treatment. Neck and back injuries. Neck and back injuries are also common in pedestrian accidents. These can range from whiplash to herniated discs, and can often be quite painful. Broken bones and fractures. Broken bones are another common injury in pedestrian accidents. The most common bones to break are the legs, although arms and ribs can also be broken. Soft tissue injuries. Soft tissue injuries, such as bruises, cuts, and scrapes, are also common in pedestrian accidents. While they may not be as serious as some of the other injuries on this list, they can still be quite painful and require medical treatment. Emotional trauma. Many pedestrians who are involved in accidents suffer from emotional trauma, such as anxiety, depression, and post-traumatic stress disorder. This emotional trauma can be just as debilitating as physical injuries, negatively affect a victim's ability to work and complete other regular life activities, and can often require therapy or counseling to address. What to do if you have been injured in a pedestrian accident. If you or someone you love has been injured in a pedestrian accident, it is important to seek legal help as soon as possible. An experienced personal injury attorney will be able to help you navigate the legal process, protect your rights, and fight for the compensation you deserve. About Bronx personal injury attorney Glenn A. Herman. Our Bronx personal injury attorney Glenn A. Herman takes the time to learn every aspect of your case during our initial meeting in order to properly evaluate the full extent of the damages you or a loved one have suffered. We have been representing seriously injured New Yorkers for over 30 years. Born, raised, and living in the city, we know that when you have been injured in this town, you need an attorney to protect your rights and explain the law to you in a way you can understand. For a no-charge consultation today to discuss the details of your injury event, click here. We represent clients in all 5 boroughs of New York, NY, Manhattan, Staten Island, Queens, Brooklyn, and the Bronx, along with Suffolk County and Nassau County on Long Island, Westchester County, Rockland County, and throughout the entire state of New York. Media contact: R. William. 718-590-5616. For driving directions to our law firm in the Bronx by appointment only, click here.